Hey friends, I just want to do something real quick while I have it on my mind, and something that just totally inspired me that I just did, and it helped me so much. So if you're watching this later, it is December 31st, 2019, and New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Eve tonight. This is a big New Year's Eve because it's obviously 2019 going into 2020, new decade. And someone on Facebook just noted that it's the last day of the last month of the last year of this decade. So pretty cool moment to notice and just to grab hold of this time and do something good in planning and goal setting and so on and so forth. I mean, I know a lot of people think of those kind of things, goal planning and just looking at those things, but really I'm ashamed to say I don't do enough of that. And I'm just happy that I caught wind of it just at the time when I had a free moment, kids are happy, taken care of, and I can sit and think and plan. But anyway, the whole point of this. So I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking about the last year, what I've accomplished, what has changed. And, in just a matter of a few minutes, my spirit, my gratitude, my positivity is all up because I just realized how much good has come out of such a really hard year. This past year, at least the beginning, I'd say the end of 2018 until the middle of 2019 was really, really hard. But the end, thank God, he pulled us out, and he not only pulled us out, he did some amazing, huge changes, wonderful, great changes that we could handle in good timing, that weren't overwhelming, that we didn't miss out on in appreciation, because sometimes things happen so quickly, you just can't even wrap your mind around it. So I'm just sitting here going through my list of what has changed, what goals did we hit. I really didn't even have time at the end of 2018 going through the beginning of the year to even think about goals and all that jazz because I was just so overwhelmed and it was just too much to handle. But I know towards the end of the year, I did have a moment where I was like, okay, what do we hope to accomplish? And just looking at my list, we've accomplished some great things. And I know a lot of people take the time to review, but something they don't do that I found is hugely important and so helpful to me. And I'm going to try to show you a little bit here. Here's my list, some of the things. So not only do I make the list and then I say, did I accomplish them? But what I do is I look at that list and I think about, now what if I were looking at this list a year before, okay? Would I believe that these things could happen? Like I wrote, did I pay down debt? Yes. Not a lot, but I did. Did I get vacation plans? Yes. I would never believe that. I would have never believed that 6 months ago I would be looking a week ahead at a cruise. 6 months ago, would I be sitting here New Year's Eve thinking about a cruise? No, I would have never believed it. So I'm talking from a past perspective, and the best way that it works for me is if I were to tell my best friend. If I get on the phone and I say, guess what? I am going on a cruise in January 2020. And she'd be like, no way, that's so awesome. How exciting. Or guess what? In 2019, I'm going to lose 80 pounds. No way, that's so amazing. I would have never believed it. And that's all amazing gratitude to an amazing Father who loves me so much that even those crazy, amazing plans I could never wrap my mind around, he had them written way ahead of time for me. So I hope this makes sense. And I'll say it again, and hopefully you catch wind of it. Take your list and look at it and say, 6 months ago, would you believe that you could look at this list and tell a close friend, guess what? 6 months from now, I will be in my dream house. No way. That's That's incredible. I'm so happy for you. I can't believe it. How exciting. I would have never believed that, but here I am. And it just makes me think, like, what if God would have sat me down and said, child, calm down. You don't believe it, but I have amazing plans for you coming up. In the next year, everything is going to change for the better, just as you need it to happen, just in the best way possible. And I've got it for you. So just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Because how many times have we not enjoyed the ride, right? So I'm going to go and elaborate on this further. I've got some other points that I feel are a big help in this area of mentally just believing, hoping, and just taking the joy ahead of time or as you go. I'm learning to enjoy the ride, because if I had never stopped to think about it, what I'd miss out on just believing, like, if this year was this good, how much more is ahead of me? And I'm no longer going to say, well, it may not be a good year coming. No, I'm not doing that. I'm believing that the only sad thing to think about for my future is what I could have had sooner, had I had a better outlook, a better mentality, because I'm sure there are things, just little moments of joy I missed out on because of my attitude. So I hope that helps you. Thanks for watching.